Hello everyone and welcome to the Season 107 season video, where I will go more in depth on what to expect in the coming 2 weeks and what has been going around on various communities, with another cry for help on cheats and mods keeping on taking the overhand in this game to my disappointment. There's also some leaks on the update, so I will be discussing that one shortly with a small amount of info that we know thus far. But to get things going, we gotta close off Season 106 first, by claiming the milestone car of the season being the Audi RS6 Avant. And this will, I think, be everyone's favorite station wagon in-game. Not only because it's only the second one, but also because of how good this car will be in Tier 4. With potentially runs of a low 10.3, this could well be your fastest Tier 4 car. And with Audi parts being common on top of that, it might even become the go-to Tier 4 car in your case. But aside of this, I am actually looking forward to more station wagons to come to the game at some point. They just have something so special and specific. In the Season Max video, I also put out a poll asking the opinions of you guys on which ones you would like to see, and the winner from that list was the Panamera Turbo S, ahead of the Zagato shooting brake to my surprise. But I forgot one car to add to that list. How about the Polestar V60? This is also a beautiful car, or just Polestar in general, it would be a great addition to the game. In the case you did not win the RS6 Avant because you were not part of a crew, no worries, from next season on it will be available to be pulled from rare imports with 7 specs to collect. And count my words, this will become a future prestige car without a doubt. Onto this season then, the first car of the 2.13 update being the McLaren GT, and I think the shortest name I've used in a while for a car in this game. The special thing about this car is that it's basically targeting a more practical group towards new customers rather than replacing a car such as the 570S or the 720S. With its 620 PS and a more practical design, this is the go-to car to drive to the south of Italy, passing the mountains and the Côte d'Azur. And honestly, it has a quite interesting design, which I start to appreciate more and more, though this is by no means a family car. The season price car comes in burnished copper, while the milestone spec for us 20 million hitters will be Namaka Blue. As for how good this car will be, my first thoughts would be between the 570S and the 720S, and that is exactly where it lands, with the 7.81 dyno. However, it is a car expected to be a bit behind of the 600 LT, and in-game this order is a bit messed up, where the 720S is just a bit underperforming. For starting players, this is definitely a car worth going for. It's fast, and McLaren fusion parts are one of the most common parts in Tier 5, so definitely go for it. For the prestige car, it's a Nissan GT-R, but not exactly the GT-R you would expect, the Juke R 2.0, the car which many disliked so much, but I have been impressed by. Being basically a Juke with the GT-R engine and powertrain in there, this is the sleeper car that no one would refuse if they got the opportunity to take it for a spin. The Juke was a milestone car not so long ago, on Season 95, only 12 seasons ago, and I'll admit it, I fell for this car. Having the same Project Black vibes as with the Infinity, it's another powerhouse in Tier 4 in the form of a mini SUV. In case you did not win it back then, no worries. If all goes well, tomorrow should start a 10 times drop rate on the silver crates, where you can win up to 7 specs. With my favorite being spec number 5 because of that solid red, it looks so good. As for how good this car is, it's a solid 10.56, so good luck tomorrow in case you did not have it yet. What about the events then? Well, there aren't really any that we know of for sure for this season. We still have the Fast and Furious finale going on with the Evo Cup becoming available once you complete 50 races in the finale, giving you another chance on getting the Toyota Supra, but expect it to be quite a challenge if we base ourselves on the Flip Car Evo Cup. Here we can use any of the 5 cars of the Fast and Furious storyline, but be sure to pick the ones which are near max. Other than that, we have the Elite Customs Showdown, which is only limited to Tier 3 cars this time, quite interesting, to where you can choose between the Challenger SRT, Camaro SS and the Rally Fighter, but the question is which car to go for. Well, I think this chart can help with that decision. I saw this a few days ago and it's super useful, and I honestly wished we had this for any Elite Customs car and their levels. But be careful here, this is only for the quarter mile, while the Showdown is half a mile, so I'm not entirely sure which one to pick. I will go with the Rally Fighter because I don't plan on leveling up these cars. In case you don't have the Rally Fighter, there's actually a 10 times drop rate active right now on the silver crates for it. By the way, full credit and a thank you to Reddit user Perhaps for setting up this chart, it's super useful. Link below to the full breakdown. But what else is there then to discuss? Well, the update 2.14 got released today to a small percentage of players, and this was pretty much expected to happen this season anyways, as 2.13 contained only 2 season price cars. being the McLaren GT and the upcoming Alfa Romeo 8C Spider. What do we know about the cars in this update? Well, first off, it only has one new milestone car, being the Nissan GT-R 50 by Italy Design. But there are no new prestige cars. The files do seem to mention the Camaro Z28 and the Jaguar Project 8 to be upcoming prestige cars for season 108 and 109. This to me again hints towards another update, most likely 2.15, to happen perhaps during the next season. Other than that, there are 7 new cars, which I think only 1 or 2 will become paid cars, the rest I presume to be free. There are 2 not so new ones, being the SSC Tuatara, but in orange, which seems to come as a purple star car, indicating that it will just be like the Hypercar Forum, a variant of a paid car in the past, which will also be a paid car, but I hope that this time the performance is just copy-pasted. And the other not so very new car is a red version of the Hennessy Venom F5, but without stars on top, indicating this might well be a gold star version, perhaps to become available in the rare imports at some point in the American Road Trip series. Then there are 5 new cars, well 2 sets of 2 and 1 special one. The first set is the one I'm most excited about, being the 2005 Ford GT model, which will be a gold star, a pullable version, and then a purple star version named the Heritage Edition with the Golf livery, which to me indicates the first ever Tier 4 Evo Cup probably, in the style of the Chiron Pur Sport, a new pullable car immediately being dropped into an Evo Cup. The other set of cars, which are both purple star cars, the Model A by Weaver Customs named Twisted Mistress. However, there is also a special version with the American flag inspired livery. But how will these work? As both are purple star cars and the in-game codes refer to MS meaning milestone and LB meaning leaderboard, I presume a showdown like we had with the Cinto 10, where the regular version will be for reaching 1200 trophies and the special American flag version will be for the top 1000. The final new car is the Ring Brothers Camaro Valkyria, which was the winner of the 2019 SEMA Battle of the Builders. This is a purple star car, so it could be a paid car, but my hunch says that it will be reward for some event most likely. As we already have plenty of custom Camaros in game, having a new one being paid does not make much sense. But of course we don't know what will happen, time will tell. Other than that, we don't really know much of the addition of gameplay aspect, though there seems to be a new track too, which was already teased on a trailer from the American Road Trip, and it looks amazing. When the events for the American Road Trip will continue, I have no idea, but there has been some hints in the codes towards a Trinity Cup which will start this season, where you will have to use the Dodge Demon, the Ford Shelby GT500 and the Chevrolet Camaro ZL1 1LE, 3 very interesting American muscle Tier 5 cars. In the official Google Play Store update notes, there are mentions of 6 events: the Pittsburgh Trinity Cup, well the one that I just talked about, the Detroit Motor City event, most likely rewarding the Valkyria Camaro by the Ring Brothers, the Chicago Showdown, most likely for the Model A Twisted Mistress by Weaver Customs. Then there is also a mention of the Indianapolis Trinity, which might include the Venom F5 according to this split second of the trailer, followed by the Tulsa Flash 300, probably a flash event for the new SSC Tuatara, and that one is followed by the Oklahoma 300 Showdown, maybe for all cars which can reach 300 plus miles per hour, and that would be the SSC and thinking about the Jesko or the Chiron Supersport 300 plus. So in general, a lot to look forward to. There is also the addition of 2 elite custom cars, being the Shelby Super Snake and the Corvette Z8, leaving the only 2 missing cars being the Viper and the CTSV to complete the Made in America collection. The final thing I would like to talk about today is the constant increase of hackers in this game to a point where it's straight up annoying. Aside of the ones who mod currency, now it has come down to 2 kinds once more: auto-touchers and fusion profile manipulators. A couple of weeks ago, some YouTuber made a video on how to use macros on an emulator to run scripts for you when running online, shifting at points automatically set by you. This is something which is super hard to detect, and obviously from Natural Motion's standpoint, there's not much to be done, but it should definitely be looked at. But there is some other thing which has been bothering me for even longer now. Ever since the addition of Elite Customs and the addition of the 150 fusions profile for a car, they have been copying these and been applying these to other cars, resulting in impossible times below records of these cars. And this is something which can be attacked, but somehow we don't see it happening. So for example, Natural Motion, if you're watching, please pay attention to this, because if a car has a maxed out record of a 7.3 and someone runs a 6.9, it should automatically result in a ban. As simple as that, and we see that both in showdowns and the leaderboards where the top 10 have impossible times. Please work on this and don't ban at the end of the event, ban immediately. And with the Twisted Mistress event coming up, this has to be resolved ASAP. Another issue which could have been solved already easily is why not have a timer by the end of the race if the opponent did not finish within 5 or 10 seconds, it results in an automatically a void race or a forfeit. There are people taking advantage of disconnects to where people are stealing points and you have to sit there waiting sometimes for 5 to 10 minutes with no result. And while we're at it, if someone has received a temporary ban wrongly, fix it so they don't lose their crew RP and the crew does not get punished for it, because last season there was someone in the top 20, they had 2 temporary bans lifted immediately but they lost the crew RP. And also please give a message to why they are temporarily banned, because it leaves so many people confused. And with those messages I will end it for today. I'm definitely looking forward to this season with hopefully soon a video solely based on a 2.14 update with max times hopefully. If you enjoyed the video, do not hesitate to leave a like, subscribe for more content like this, and if you want to see the 2.14 update video, my name is Mille, see you around and keep racing.